Okay, so you guys might know this level right here. This is 9 Circles by Zobros, and this is a level that started a particular trend that just never died. So today, I'm going to steal this level and I'm going to redecorate part of the drop, just to see if maybe I could try make it better. I'm not the best decorator, but we're gonna find out today if I can make this level any better than it already is. So I'm gonna lift these first of all. Let's go from here to probably like here. These triggers are gonna be a nuisance to work with, but I cannot be bothered deactivating them right now. What I definitely want to do first is create the outline of this, cause like I don't want to stay with the originals. Of course, I'm like still sick when I'm recording this specific video. Well, now it's down to the saw blades, which I have to fix here. They're all off grid. Zobros, what is this? Zobros, you could have done better, bro. So I think what I want to do first is I want to actually fill it in with slopes. There, it should start flashing, yes. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to decrease the brightness, maybe? Decrease the brightness by 10 every time, I think. So we just keep decreasing it until there's no more. Yeah, it looks pretty cool, I'd say. I'm going to pulse color 1 red. Fade in with 10 and fade out with a 30. So let's make it 30. Yeah, 3. So it goes... Yeah, so as you can see, that fades in like that. So what I want to do is I want to do it the opposite way. So now that we have this like sort of base thing going, I want to put something over this now. How about these? What do these look like? Ooh, that does kind of spring an interesting effect. I don't like these though. I need to get Vit12's logic in here. Just put a bunch of lines together and it looks good or something. He always says that. Just, dude, what is that supposed to mean? Okay, so I know that, so it must be this. So let's put it on 7, and let's put it on opacity 0, maybe. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put all these guys on another color that's gonna mimic red. So that one group, I'm gonna put the brightness down onto like 70, I think. Oh, and that does, oh, that's pretty cool. And I'm gonna put blending on it as well. Put the base on there as well, I think. If I just make this black, perhaps. Oh wow, that actually looks sick. I think I'm gonna mess around with these guys. Just leave us a pretty cool, like, inner sort of design. Okay, the first one needs to go on a black. No? Is it the other way around? Okay, it is. I figured something out. This can go back on B1. And that actually looks cool. What the hell? Oh yeah, I forgot about lines. Oh well, time to put the lines in then. Let's make these a copy of 1, and let's make the brightness complete, like really dark. Yeah, let's put them all on top 1, I think. Let's go to this layer. Let's take these guys, copy them, and just put them all the way down to the bottom. Oh, okay, that's cool. I need to add more colors. Yeah, 2 of those, and then just make the other one yellow. So that's the other. So those 2 are red. So now I can start pulsing 2 as orange. One thing I did not realize though is I'm gonna have to readjust everything. Okay, so now I can actually change all of those guys up here back to complete red. 1, okay, back to red. So now what I think I'm gonna do now is just start filling in the other structures. This should be pretty fun, hopefully, and won't take a lot of time. So now what I gotta do are the saws. So what I think I'm gonna do here is I'm going to grab a saw blade right here. It's gonna be the very back saw, so I'm gonna put this on 1. So then this one will have brightness going down by 20. Yeah, so I think I'm done with the saw blade as well now. That was pretty quick, and it's not really that insane, but I think it's gonna do the trick, to be honest. Don't really understand why Zobros had to get all these off of the grid. It just looked weird. This level was absolutely nuts. This level was sick. Yeah, so I'm gonna make a wee glow wall thing here. So if you don't use this, then I don't know what you're doing. Here we're gonna put this on a random color for now. And let's turn down the opacity. Let's see what this looks like. Yeah, as you can see, it looks pretty sick. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to make sure this copies the background. Didn't really work, but okay. So that's what it should look like right there. Let's say we lower it a little bit and turn up the opacity like a great bit. Gives it like almost like a realistic feeling. Really polishes it. Now, to improve the strength of this, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add really weak shake triggers. They're so underrated, like nobody uses these. For you know what, that should actually be much better. Every background pulse, it's gonna look pretty interesting. I'd say that does give it energy. It really does. Wow, it's turning out better than I thought. Okay, now for another layer, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put these glows right here, these basic glows. Just put them at the very bottom. Actually, no, we'll put them on one. So these can flash with one. The brightness can be like that, and we'll turn their hue up a little bit. Put blending on them, and these guys can go on the back, the very back. So don't fade, don't enter. And now we have sort of like this thing going, and then we can have these pulse different colors. I think it looked pretty cool. It's just turning 9 circles into a hell level. So all you gotta do for this lava design, first of all, we gotta get a color for it. So let's do blending orange, sort of orangey color with another color just slightly more red orange now. And we put blending on that, and now we have this. And this right here is gonna be our key to success. So we're gonna see if this looks good or not. I've literally seen everyone do this. It's not even like original anymore, and no one knows who made the first version of this. Everyone just copies off of each other now. Why did I just turn 9 circles into a hell level? Now, for the last thing I think I want to add in this is probably a bunch of rocks, since I've already added the lava. I just use these because I'm unoriginal. I can't even see the colors anymore. Everything's hurting my eyes. Yeah, and this should just overlay it. Everyone's gonna become Kuluk. It's not really that hard to become Kuluk at this point. This didn't turn out so bad, aside from the lines sort of being chopped off. I think it's a pretty cool idea to just chop them off. It just makes it look unique, I think. Okay, I'm finally back again. This is 2 days later, because I said I was gonna finish the background. I think what I'm gonna do is just throw like a planet in the background, because I'm sort of lazy. Usually, just making a planet is usually like the easiest way out of having to make a background, because you just don't have to worry about anything. It's not really that complicated of a design. First of all, you want to make sure you have a black circle. Scale it up to whatever size you want your planet to be. Make sure this is on a layer lower than your back black parts for this, for example. You might actually want to put it on B4 just in case. Now you're on your next layer. You want to make sure you have the exact width of this in glows. So you gotta make sure it's exactly the right like distance, and then you just sort of rotate it slightly. You keep grabbing these until give them about the same distance between every glow piece. Okay, here we are with our colors. So what we want to do now is we want to put on don't fade B3, then we want to give it a new color, and this color is going to be a red sort of color, I think. Let's go for a darker red. Put blending on it, turn down the opacity a decent amount just so it has this fading effect. So now you can see that you want to cut off a bunch of this, and that's the wee highlight done in the top corner. Now this isn't the only thing you got to do to make a decent looking planet, right? So at the minute it looks something like that, right? So what you got to do is you got to go in another layer, you got to put on texture. So what I usually do is I just go in here and select something really uneven, like this, for instance. This might work. So if we just scale this down a little bit and start messing around with it, start putting in random places. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do a lot of planets in the future. If I make more of these redecoration videos, I'm probably gonna put planets in the background. Forgive me, they're just really easy to make. So now all you need to do is we scale it down even more and just start bunching these little groups of objects together, and then you sort of just make a texture. Now what you want to do after that is you want to grab another color after this. I want to make it sort of, let's make it more orange, I guess. We can turn down the opacity a lot more than the glow just to make sure that this looks good. And now we sort of just take this and start rotating it around. And let's flip this over here. Throw this in the middle, because I'm really lazy. I can't be bothered filling it in properly. I like to crop it off the side here a little bit more, just to make sure that it looks like it's actually like a sphere, because it's like more the shadowed part, so it's hard to see. Yeah, that looks pretty cool in my opinion. It's not the best looking planet I've done So that's the planet done. Now, all you gotta add now is just stars, right? Let's make these about size 12 and just spam them around the place. What you gotta do is just do this. So it's just gonna balance out the stars. It's gonna look more natural. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab these guys and put them on back 4. Gotta put them under the planet. We're gonna make sure we do that. Now we put a new color, and what we want to do is put on blending, and I think that's really it, honestly. Let's get it to move around. Up to player X4. Let's do 99. Because I'm really lazy. Let's move the stars back a little bit more. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it's done. It's kind of a lazy part, to be honest, but it looks cool in the end, so thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe to God Tier. I spent an hour and 40 on this one part, and I can't believe how long that took. Enjoy.